in someone else's territory. So by the looks of it, I think we're going to see. All right, so we're starting now. Thibault is the host and should skip turn 0. And as soon as Corson will make his move, the timer will start on Thibault on his round 1.
Can you explain why it's important that they skip? Why the host needs to skip?
It's just a little balance tweak we try to implement because we figured that the tiny map mathematically you can fall on an opponent on the turn 2, and that would be a legal game, meaning that we won't restart for it. The thing is, player 1 has already a big advantage sometimes on the map because he's the first one that will spawn, and the other spawns will be made uh, in comparison. I'm not sure what's the right word to say. Well, the second player will obviously get most of the time a weaker spawn because the game will set the map toward the first player first, so it often advantages him. So skipping first turn for the player that hosts is just a little way to try to counter the dead spawns.
I have a question. Do you see something wrong with the timer?
Right now,
Yeah, I don't know why it seems to be having an error on my end.
uh, hold on, it's on my second screen. So by the time we see that Corson, he went for Fast Explorer, he catched Akateru's village and went for riding. So he's going to directly invest into some pressure army because he sees Akateru's position. Um, so back to Corson's turn, we're going to see how he's going to manage to go around Akateru right now. That's he chose to go around him and try not to show his face too soon. I'm just gonna go back for my timers and my colleague right here. Um, Espark, what do you have as a problem? Because me, it's running fine. It's 478/1, the one we're supposed to be in right now. Yeah, it's like blitz dot red slash timer slash 478. Okay, you're welcome. So if anybody want to follow the timers, because our players have actually 15 minutes per game to play it. It's obviously a bullet competition, a fast-paced game. So every players are timed. They have 15 minutes to play their whole game. So right now, we start to see already a big rider and warrior exchange in the center of the map. Both players are fighting for the only rune that they can fight for. There's a rune in the back on the mountain for Corson right now. But I think military talking, Thibault uh, has a little advantage right now, simply because he has a third city. He's going to be able to produce more units than his opponent because he's on 2 cities, even though Corson had riders first. So looking forward here to see if Corson's gonna go for the rune or is gonna try to kill.
Oh,
He went
that
for the
ruin,
rune.
he got population.
That could save the day for him right now because the rune in front of him is a pretty dangerous one. If ever it ends up being a giant, this could be a problem. So no, it's not a giant. Not sure what is it because I cannot see, unfortunately.
Yeah, we cannot see Thibault. He's not being able to stream, so we don't know what he got. But having that
Honestly,
population, that's probably the best thing he could have gotten, right?
If you count it, population was 3 stars. If you count against 10 stars, for right now, it's better the trip up because he's missing some technologies in order to use those 10 stars he would have picked. But yeah, trip up was good because he got an extra 5 star right now. But I think 10 stars would have been better in 2 turns because he would have been able to use fruits or roads
What do you think?
combining with farmers.
What do you think about him attacking that unit with his rider?
I was fine. He's cleaning. He's cleaning a little bit, but the pressure is going to be real right now because he's only on 2 cities. So I think he had to choose for a side or the other. He went for a general trade, like he tried to pick the closest units to him. That didn't create a hole. That didn't create a chance for him to set off. Now he's just gonna be on the back foot for the remainder of the game because unfortunately 2 cities is never gonna be viable against five.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see how Corson can come back if he only has 2 cities. This is really rough.
Yeah, yeah, and if you look at the path from the map, if you see the spawns, you can clearly see that Thibault has direct connection with his neighbor neutral villages, while Corson he only had his dual villages right now that will stick together. So that that probability of ending in this scenario was averaging over 75% in my opinion. What I mean by that is I think that if we play this game 100 times, this scenario of 5 versus 2 would occur like 75 times out of 100 because both players play their opening right. It's just sometimes, tiny maps. Uh, you have one scale of cities. You don't have like 2 or 3 rows of cities, so you can go, let's say, south or now north. In this case, you have one direction to go, and they both went in the good direction.
Yeah, it's just
So
limited by the map, and you only have so many spawns. And if you have a difficult spawn, then you're stuck with it.
yeah, and he couldn't get that center room, and Thibault just played a good pressure game, not too shabby. I mean,
I think he's resigning now. Yeah, there it is.